I am Kesten Rono, and I would like to invite you to feel some love. This is the song that came forth as I pet my cat to sleep yesterday in honor of Myco and love and opening. This is his song. My sweet Myco boy. Oh, my sweet Myco boy, worthy of the sun. The sun shines across the water, and your light fills my eye. The snow-capped mountains above the timber, and you are on my mind. You are all I want and all I need, because you are loving, yeah. You are all I want and all I need, because you are loving, yeah. Healing, yeah. Loving. Mm-hmm. My sweet Myco boy, worthy of the sun. I promise you, Myco boy, to love until the loving is done. I love you, Myco. And I choose love, and I welcome you to choose love with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being open to feeling, to being, to being love. Let's begin. Principle 26. Miracles represent freedom from fear. Atoning means undoing. The undoing of fear is an essential part of the atonement value of miracles. Miracles represent freedom from fear. Atoning means undoing. The undoing of fear is an essential part of the atonement value of miracles. Okay. Miracles have value. One of their values is atonement. Atonement is the process of undoing, and therefore undoing our fear, therefore granting us freedom from worry, one of our destinations, along with perfect peace and perfect safety. Undoing of fear is an essential part of this atonement process. Miracles, in their expressions of love, beginning with our intentionful thoughts arriving from nothingness, being rebirthed on the other side of releasing the meaningless associated with the goals of power and control, attempting to postpone our inevitable death. Miracles, in their expression of love, in their natural process, their simple revealing of what is already there through the evaluation of our fears and our upsets and their sources, and letting them go, participating in this chain of forgiveness on the path to atonement. Miracles represent freedom from fear. We know that when we let go of our thoughts now and eventually the causes we believe of our upsets, accepting that our thoughts and their charges as we imbue them. Miracles are the process of discovering love, replacing, we imagine, through some automatic process, what it is that we charge ourselves with from our past, which is affecting our true vision in the future. This place where we live is in the present at all times. This is where we do our work, where we feel anything at all. And if we are trapped with chemical reactions due to our emotions stored in our body because we have chosen to see life a certain way through the lens of our experience, instead of feeling what that is, accepting it for its illusion, which offers us the peace of letting it go, if we insist on holding on to the illusion and our fear, we are unable to see what is underneath. But if we can recognize those sources and forgive ourselves for the way that we have charged the world around us, accept that what we are seeing is what we must have been desiring, and we were desiring to learn through some kind of pain, shame, fear. In letting these go, we introduce the natural process of replacing them. It requires us no effort for what our fear illusions are being replaced with is the unconditional love which has existed throughout all of time and exists throughout all space, for it is the foundation upon which we are created. It is the tool of miracles, and it is their source. We are the expressions of miracles because we are life. Miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. We are alive, and we are imbued with the same powers of the Creator to create. In this space of nothingness, opening to the possibility of meaningfulness in everything through the unknown, where we release our control and simply enter into the natural flow of miracles, of forgiveness, of atonement. Fear, the ego, naturally is fearful. And we have, and we may again continue to use this tool as it is our safety net, we believe. But if we're willing to just try on, if at least just to compare, if we are willing to just try on the idea that we are safe in the unknown, we are able to release the past, which by definition does not exist in the present, and embrace the unknown, collapsing the future into our present. And we become full of potential. And in the unknown rests abundance, truth, and love. For as we give in this process of forgiveness, as we give in this process of love, we are strengthened. We receive God's forgiveness. We receive love. We have that power. Nothing being neutral, because we have no neutral thoughts. Therefore, we have the power to create the cause and charge it with love if we choose. To do this, we must become this. We are devoting ourselves to a whole new way of being that allows us to see, and thus everything we experience changes. And the fuller we become. And if we are fuller, we have more fullness to give. And this is why, even very logically, every moment that passes in the name of love is increasing our abundance. We are on a path to unconditional love, something more vibrant and beautiful and stronger than we have ever really been able to know. I saw it in Myco's eyes as he accepted God's love. It can feel overwhelming as we accept a new way of being. But this is simply the beauty of this process of being here in time and space, where we are allowed to feel stretched between fear and love, between meaningless, which we imagine is knowingness, and meaningfulness, which is true knowing. We are not at the end of time, so we are not at the end of learning. So we accept that we are in a process of becoming. And what are we becoming? Well, the end of our path on love is unconditional love, which sees straight through any illusion of fear or shame, depression or anger or anxiety. And it's not that they need not be felt ever. That is the gift of being able to step away from unconditional love. We are allowed to forget so we may rediscover. The beauty is that unconditional love, in its awesomeness, simply allows all to be okay. Myco's body peacefully lays in a horse pasture next to a tree with the moon half full in a D, daring us to cross over. That is the fun of the experience that we are having, that we can choose darkness or light. And inevitably, we are here for a process of learning and understanding. We are all seeking more meaning, and the ultimate meaning is that with which we are imbued. The opportunity for salvation, to discover purpose in meaning, to build in truth, to lay down our swords, defending our egos, afraid of this natural process of stepping away from God, His gift to us, so that we may remember what unconditional love may feel like, and recognize that there is nothing more true and nothing more powerful, which is why we find strength as we commit ourselves to breaking this cycle of upsets, to recognizing that going on the attack in our defense is a trick. It simply creates more attack. So, eventually, we decide that it is up to us. We are here to save ourselves. It has been modeled for us by God's Son. You are a creator. You have been creating your reality by charging it with fear. I have too. And I promise to love until the loving is done. May I be so fortunate to feel so full by letting go of who I thought I needed to be, so I may reveal what I am, which is true love. Thank you, Myco, for your bravery and curiosity, for your opening, for your simple messaging, teaching me patience, kindness, excitement, and forgiveness. Where your life feels short, I am grateful to have learned a lesson of feeling so quickly. becoming vulnerable to love, to myself, to the truth, is a righteous adventure, and I'm grateful to be here. I devote myself through my confusion and its sickness, and therefore my suffering, to release my ideas of fear, appreciative of their lessons, and simply accept what is at the foundation, returning to core principles, and building in a new system of truth in the name of love, and in this abundance, offering the opportunity of fullness in atonement and awakening to anyone ready to notice. It is done. It is done. It is done. Lesson 26. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Your attack thoughts are attacking your invulnerability. This suggests that you are invulnerable. How could that be true? Perhaps there are laws of eternity beyond laws of time, and that you exist with the power of the Creator to create. You are of Him, discovering Him in your own unique experience, awakening to anything around you, as all things are created in and with and from love. It is surely obvious that if you can be attacked, you are not invulnerable. You see attack as a real threat. That is because you believe that you can really attack. And what would have effects through you must also have effects on you. It is this law that will ultimately save you, but you are misusing it now. That law again is what would have effects through you must also have effects on you. If you believe you are at war with God or something that is attacking you, thus that you need to defend yourself, you believe that you must attack, but you are fighting an illusion. It is time to wake up, Neo. You cannot really attack because you have nothing to attack. You see attack as a real threat, but it threatens nothing about you. And if you accept this idea, you believe that you are vulnerable rather than invulnerable. Invulnerable in unconditional love. It is this law that will ultimately save you, but you are misusing it now. You must therefore learn how it can be used for your own best interests rather than against them. There is nothing against which we are pushing. Nothing is forced here. There is no coercion, deception, depression, oppression. That is something that we feel must be true and therefore justifies everything about how we leverage fear to create an existence. Wouldn't an existence of love be more meaningful? Because your attack thoughts will be projected, you will fear attack. And if you fear attack, you must believe that you are not invulnerable. Attack thoughts therefore make you vulnerable in your own mind. which is where the attack thoughts are. Attack thoughts and invulnerability cannot be accepted together. They contradict each other. Okay, that's what we were just saying. You can either accept attack thoughts or invulnerability. This power is in your mind. Something about your mind transcends the physical body and the spirit. I witnessed it. I felt it. Your thoughts are miracles. They are creating life. You are a creator. And if you do not accept this principle, you are a slave to your own thoughts, or you believe you must fight. You feel resistance. If you release this resistance, you are not in a war. There is no resistance. And thus we discover our invulnerability by becoming vulnerable. We have to let go to see the foundation of love. The idea for today introduces the thought that you will always attack yourself first. If attack thoughts must entail the belief that you are vulnerable, their effect is to weaken you in your own eyes. Effect. The effect of our thoughts is weakening us in our own eyes. What's the cause? Our thoughts, our own thoughts, entail the belief that we are vulnerable. I believe I'm being attacked. I believe I can be hurt. I believe I must defend myself. I cannot know love until I fight. Of course I will fall. It's the ego representing its own outcome, even as it attempts to prevent it. Attack thoughts and invulnerability cannot be accepted together. They contradict each other. Stop fighting yourself. You are creating your world. You have the opportunity to create with love. And we are lying to ourselves that we are using this power. Anytime we believe that what is occurring around us is fearful, painful, threatening, that our own death could even be threatening. Thus, your thoughts have attacked your perception of yourself, and because you believe in them, you can no longer believe in yourself. We are, again, outsourcing control of ourselves, giving away our power to create, giving away our sovereignty. It's everywhere in our society. I am contributing to this. I am assigning the belief of someone can heal me, the belief that someone can provide for me, the belief that someone else can connect me with God. I give it all away, and therefore I do not believe in myself. A false image of yourself has come to take the place of what you are. We are creating an illusion, and it is time to give up this false image. Practice with today's idea will help you to understand that vulnerability or invulnerability is the result of your own thoughts. Nothing except your thoughts can attack you. Nothing except your thoughts can make you think you are vulnerable. And nothing except your thoughts can prove to you this is not so. All of the power that is rests purely on you. 6 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. A full 2 minutes should be attempted for each of them, although the time may be reduced to a minute if the discomfort is too great. Do not reduce it further. That is 6 1 to 2 minute periods today, period. We can do it. The practice period should begin with repeating the idea for today, then closing your eyes and reviewing the unresolved questions whose outcomes are causing you concern. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. That's today's idea. Please repeat it after me. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. So 6 times today, you will repeat this idea. Then you will close your eyes and review the unresolved questions whose outcomes are causing you concern. The concern may take the form of depression, worry, anger, a sense of imposition, fear, foreboding, or preoccupation. It doesn't matter. Any problem as yet unsettled that tends to recur in your thoughts during the day is a suitable subject. You will not be able to use very many for any one practice period because a longer time than usual should be spent with each one. Okay. Today's idea should be applied as follows. First, name the situation. I am concerned about blank. Then go over every possible outcome that has occurred to you in that connection and which has caused you concern, referring to each one quite specifically, saying, I'm afraid blank will happen. So we will say, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. We will close our eyes and allow ourselves to feel any kind of open question, the answer to which we do not know, the outcome for which we believe causes us concern. Whatever comes back that is painted by depression, worry, anger, a sense of imposition, fear, foreboding, or preoccupation, whatever comes back, we will say simply, I am concerned about whatever that item is. Then, if we have a concern, we will allow ourselves to go over every possible outcome. This could take us a whole minute or 2 minutes. We do not need to think of very many concerns. But the outcomes of which we are concerned, we will list. I am afraid blank will happen. We will say that for each outcome that concerns us. If you are doing the exercises properly, you should have some 5 or 6 distressing possibilities available for each situation you use, and quite possibly more. It is much more helpful to cover a few situations thoroughly than to touch on a larger number. So we will list the concern we have, and we only need a few, and then we will list 6 or so or more outcomes that fear us. That fear us. As the list of anticipated outcomes for each situation continues, you will probably find some of them, especially those that occur to you toward the end, less acceptable to you. Try, however, to treat them all alike to whatever extent you can. Okay, so as we list more outcomes, they may land with us differently, but they are all the same, and we will treat them as such. After you have named each outcome of which you are afraid, tell yourself, that thought is an attack upon myself. Conclude each practice period by repeating today's idea to yourself once more. So, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Close your eyes and allow unresolved questions with outcomes of concern to come to mind. Simply say, I am concerned about blank. For each concern, list the outcomes. I am afraid blank will happen. Allow yourself to say, that thought is an attack upon myself. And then finish with, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. I am concerned that following this path of love into the unknown will mean that I cannot provide for myself. I am afraid that poverty will happen. I am afraid that my relationship will end. But that thought is an attack upon myself. I am afraid my dog will die unfed or sick. But that thought is an attack upon myself. I am afraid I will not be of value. But that thought is an attack upon myself. I am afraid that I will have no value to offer. But that thought is an attack upon myself. I am concerned about following this path, about seeing the world differently, about believing that I am creating what I see around me. I'm afraid that I will be alone. But that thought is an attack upon myself. I'm afraid that I will frighten my family, that they will need to distance from me, that they will not understand me, that they will believe I am crazy, that I will be attacked, that I will be persecuted, imprisoned, that I will have my life stripped from me, that it will happen suddenly, that I will be unprepared, and I will be proven wrong, that I am insane, that choosing love over fear is wrong. I do not like this idea, and I recognize that that thought is an attack upon myself. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. I am invulnerable in the sense that I choose to feel it. And I am a creator, and I do not create sickness, death, confusion, fear, pain, shame, anger, depression. I am a miracle. Thus, I am a creator of life. I am made of love, and my expressions are that of love. I choose to forgive, beginning with myself, and thus I am filled with God's forgiveness. I am strengthened in this process and become full. Where I was in lack, I am now abundant. I see that abundance was viewed through a lens of fear. I have been living under a label of abundance that can be stolen from me because I believed that my worth can be taken at all. But that thought is an attack upon myself. How have you been attacking your own invulnerability? Will you visit it today? 6 times or 5 more? Can you do this for 2 minutes? Will you sit with 1 or 2 or 3 concerns and allow outcomes which you fear, logical or illogical, you imagine, to arise? Will you state them? Will you admit that these are attacks upon yourself? Will you say today 12 times? My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. You are all I want and all I need because you are loving, yeah, healing, yeah, loving. Mm-hmm. I am Kesten Rono, and I am on the path to becoming the wavelength of love. I'll see you tomorrow for day 27 of our exploration of A Course in Miracles. Thank you for being here, and be well.